Part is that two things. If this charge proceeds after arraignment, the president must be willing to come as my witness. Yes, I'm not going to use God as my witness. I want to use him as my witness that my statements are correct. Even if you go the civil route, truth is a justification. Of course. I will justify everything I've said about anybody who is in position of authority in Nigeria. If I were to be a dangerous, terroristic person, they will come and negotiate with me. They won't bring me to court. So that's it. I don't want to teach them what to do, because I know they will still come and fumble again next time. Then the most important thing that ought to have been done, which was to serve me, they refused to serve me. They were hoping that they come and ambush me in the court. They did not want to serve me because they are afraid that I will prepare for trial. But I decided to come because even cases that don't concern me, I come to this court to attend to them. So, what is important, Nigerians, is that our focus on how to fix this country is our inalienable right, and it's sacrosanct. In the process of doing that, we will not spare anybody, because we are 200 million people, and we deserve good governance, we deserve attention, we deserve accountability, transparency, we deserve the basic minimum standards of democracy and tenets, one of which is freedom of speech. You cannot litigate against us in any court or criminalize it. Even the man, the drunkard in the FCC, Nyesom Wike, who said an American has never called Trump a criminal, was presented with over 1,000 videos. The DSS claims that it's their job to protect the president. It's their job to protect him, but it's not their job to police free speech in Nigeria. That's what it's not. The DSS takes its inspiration from the Secret Service in the US, which exclusively protects the president of it. The Secret Service has never filed a lawsuit against an American who said Trump is this or that, because they use America, that's what it is. But let's even concede, without admitting, that they don't do it in America. We can do it here. Yes. Because Americans don't have our type of problems. Exactly. Americans have schools, they have functioning hospitals, they have great jobs, there's no unemployment. So Americans can decide to be complacent about calling out their leaders. We haven't gotten to where America was in 1900. So our own circumstances are different. And we must approach it with the tenacity and the ferocity that is required to ensure that those who claim to be our leaders, whether they rig themselves into office or they seize power, we hold them to account. And I'm saying this, that even under the military, when the military will seize power through a martial music, we confronted them, even though we didn't appoint or elect them. So how much more the so-called civilian regimes in the country who supposedly were elected? But the DSS have to force him to come here because they know me since 2019. Their lawyers cannot face me. So they have brought the DPP, and the DPP must have been told that she's a victim of Nigeria. Nigeria happened to her. I was reading on my way here, I've not confirmed, that they robbed every flat in that building. They called the police did not show up until after she had jumped out of her window, gotten injured, and had no emergency support. She was found alive by the police, but when she asked to be taken to the hospital, the police said they had no fuel in their car. Maybe, if the police had not allowed their car to be stolen by thieves, maybe that car could have helped her to get to the hospital. Who knows?
That's true.
So there's a fundamental problem here, people. We are in trouble. And her own tragedy is just symptomatic of that. But I feel so bad for her. I feel bad for her that today maybe I would have visited her family, but I had to be in court. So again, my condolences. But Nigeria happened to her. Nigeria has been doing people dirty everywhere. And our own case came to the surface because she's a she's a member of the elite class. As we are speaking, they are killing people in droves in Kwara State. Those ones don't even hear from the police or army. They have been left on their own. The people of Zamfara have been left to their fate. People of Kaduna have been left to their fate. Katsina left to their Benue left to their fate. Kidnappers are riding roughshod. Because, again, your leaders have more interest in trivial things than substance. The people that should be prosecuted by the DPP are the people who are engaging in banditry and terrorism. But the DPP will probably be one of the people meeting with them in Zamfara.
Sowore is running away from being arraigned. No, the law is clear. The law says that for you to arraign somebody, the person you must serve the person with the charge or charges, and the person have 3 days. That is abject. Then on the Constitution section 30 says adequate time and facility for him to put himself to order. That one is on that. Secondly, and we almost want to advise Mr. President to not continue like this, because you have arraigned preferred charges against Sowore simply because he called you name. You, Mr. President, have you forgotten I and you called Jonathan name during the time of Occupy Nigeria there in Lagos? We carried Jonathan coffee, and Jonathan never arrested any of us. Jonathan never preferred charges against any of us. Why should their own be different? I'm highly disappointed. I don't know those who are advising you. Please, as a matter of urgency, discontinue this charge and face what is facing you. This is a distraction. Now, you cannot distract us. We are following you. We must criticize you. Go to the villages and see how people are mocking you. The other disaster that died, that called himself president, he died and Nigerians were jubilating. I'm talking about President Muhammad Buhari. Nigerians were jubilating. How shall we be remembered that we asked DPP to come and prosecute a foreign charge against Sowore? Mr. President, why didn't you go for civil litigation? Why didn't you file action for defamation and claim millions? Is Sowore under civil immunity? The point we are making is that please terminate, withdraw these charges and concentrate in immunity.